Hello everyone, welcome to the Monday collaboration I'm doing with Stmpgrl, who is Paige, every Monday for the rest of 2022 as far as we know. And this month, every month we're doing a different crafty item and concentrating on that, and this month is washi tape. So for this week I pulled out a variety of these tubes. This one was Miss Sparkle and Company, which was Joann's. Does anybody miss that? I do. But it's probably a good thing they don't have it anymore because, yeah. And this is a Paper Studio. Now, these are decorative tape. A little bit different than washi tape in that they have this white backing, but all foiled prettiness. And one glitter, which is not too pretty because it's pretty, but it does lose the glitter. And then I have this foodie one, which was sitting here unused, except I think I had used some popsicles for a summer thing or something. And I have this floral one, which was on sale at one point from Recollections. Well, it's floral and other stuff, all blues and greens. And then I had another Miss Sparkle and Company, which is all birds and butterflies. Beautiful. So I really didn't know what I wanted to do this week, so I decided to make a bunch of ATC sized backgrounds, and I have not made them into formal ATCs, as in I didn't decorate these, but I did do something with two of them, and I'll show you those in a minute. So this is the Miss Sparkle and Company. These three are, this one concentrates more on the butterflies. This one was the first one I did, and it's a mixture. And this one concentrates on the birds mostly, and more yellow, where this is pink and green and yellow. It's all of them. And this one's more just pink and just butterflies. So really pretty. And I figured, now some of them, this one is not, I don't know, this one is plain. So the ones that I left plain and just cut along the edges, you could put in a journal as a journaling spot, or you can see this one, this little corner is gonna give me a problem. This one I'm gonna have to put a piece of Scotch tape there. Towards the end I was starting to fold them over, and I figured I'd use those as backgrounds on cards so it won't show, but in the first few that I did, I was doing cutting them off. And so anyway, yeah, like this one is cut off. This could go on a card, it could go on a planner, it could be on a scrapbook page, and be a journaling spot again. I think, yeah. This one was one of the Recollections ones. Now this foodie one, I think was Recollections too, based on where the label looks like it was. I don't know where I got that, but it's the same height tube, and see, Recollections has this going across the top. So I think it was a Recollections item. But this one's all about the food. I had another food one, but I used it, and I'll show you that in a minute. But this one's more the pizza and the fast food. Nothing like Friday. This could go in a planner. Let's taco about it. It can't be a journaling spot though. Then this one I thought would be good for anniversary or birthday. And this one I kind of have an idea, because this looks like dahlias to me, like a dahlia burst. So I think I'm going to make a dahlia card out of that. I have two or three different dahlia stamps. And then the wood grains, I did three of them. I used one. I could not get this to line up no matter which way I tried, so it's kind of wishy-washy. But I have some ideas for this one. Let me show you. I have found these, which I showed in my organization video. I found these in with my flowers, but I thought the color of those worked really well, and I could put a circle behind it in maybe a white or a cream, a decorative circle textured, and then put it on here, and then put it on as a card base, or even just an ATC. So ATCs, artist trading cards, are the same size as what you would use in each pocket of a pocket letter. So really you could make 9 of these, for example, instead of 3, or with coordinating tapes too. and make a pocket letter out of it. This could be a pretty springtime or butterflies and birds themed pocket letter or something like that. Another thing I could do, I was pulling out stickers, guys. I could put that little daffodil there with a dragonfly, and then put this other one, larger one, on the card base itself or card mat. Or I could just use the 3 flowers there and have a sentiment here on some pretty paper, something like that. And then I thought, I have this, I love coffee, so that could be like your coffee bar, because that looks like paneling there. It's a little darker, but you know, we could do that. Or just have the mug on here and have this up on top of the card base, you know, somewhere else, that kind of thing. So there's all kinds of things you can do with wood grain. I didn't really come up with too many for the grays, but I'm sure, well, actually, we could just use something like this on here and put the bird sticker on there against the panel. It's hard to tell without it there, but I think that would go nice. Or have this go across where the light one is. That might be pretty also, and use it on a card or something. I have 2 of those. I never know what to do with them, so I'm trying to use them. So anyway, those are, I think I made 10 altogether, and I used 2, which I'm going to show you in a minute. The butterflies I was thinking of using on a card too, soon. What did I do with that gray one? Oh, here. Oops. Oh, and here's another idea. I found this scrap of I forget, Gilded Autumn paper that I cut a stitch circle out of, and I could put it here and have a sentiment go across here, kind of thing. Yeah. So that's another idea. But let me show you what I actually did. I made 2 cards. The first one, I said I had another food one, and I did, and here it is. So it's all popsicles, watermelon, donuts, and cupcakes. And then this one to me is a really very useful washi, because it's like all the sprinkles on top of the cupcakes or on ice cream cones. But to me, it's just a real pretty decorative thing. So I used a very vanilla card base with Melon Mambo. I did run that through the retired subtle 3D embossing folder from Stampin' Up. I stamped Happy Birthday from A Grand Kid, which is current by Stampin' Up. I love this set. This carried over, so it probably won't stay much past 2023 April. This is a great set, even if you don't have grandkids. Like You Are So Loved, I've used a lot. Congratulations. Actually, that congratulations would go really nicely on the silver. Where's the silver one? This one. You know, you could put this way and have that go across as a strip here. Or not, you know, some other way. Anyway, that would be pretty on a lot of things. No amount of money could ever show how much I love you, but here's some anyway. That could be for anyone. So smart, so fun, so sweet, and so wonderful. We must be related, you know. So proud of you. Those could be really for anyone. So it's just the grandson and to an extraordinary granddaughter that are for grandkids, but all the other ones, oh, and this one, best grandkid ever, but the other ones you can use for anyone, right? So anyway, this is the card I made. I just stamped this on very vanilla. Used 3 of the cupcake stickers and 1 watermelon, because there is watermelon in the paper. And I thought about putting the cherries and stuff on, but I didn't. Instead, because there's no cherries really in here. So I used these 2123 in color opal rounds. These are actually polished pink, but you really can't tell against the Melon Mambo. So that's what I did. And then inside I just put the cupcake one washi across the top. So that's the first idea. And then the second one, I pulled out This is Retired Bedazzling Specialty Paper. It said August to September Celebration 2. That must have been 2021 because I don't think it's in the current one, which is over anyway now. So I used that, and I also used a wood grain, and I pulled out these stickers. I have 2 packs of them. I still have this portion of this one. I actually could use that butterfly on here. Anyway, and I used the this background paper is from Rings of Love, which is from the celebration that just ended at the end of August. So now I have a couple more. I could do the same thing. Use the Nuts About You with the squirrel and acorn and maybe the tree, and I could use the Don't Worry Be Happy with the bunny and or the tree, and the tree too. And the butterfly can go on any of those really. So those have been in my stash for a while. Put it on soft suede card base. Here's now the interesting thing, I don't know if you can see this, but it kind of freaked me out a little bit, and I didn't want to cover it up. There's a cross on this piece of washi, a black cross in that wood grain. Can you see that? Right there. So I did not cover it all the way up. It goes down a little further, so it actually looks like a cross. And I was thinking maybe that's from Hobby Lobby, but it's not. It was Miss Sparkle and Company. So I don't know if it's a fluke, but it was a signal to me of something, and I just couldn't cover it up. Anyway, I used the deer walking through the woods here, my dear friend, and the bird, and yeah, I just put a strip of that paper across the top, and then I backed it onto the other side. Adds a little sparkle. So it's a pretty simple card, and then inside I just put a strip of the paper on that one on a this is white, so I used basic white 5 1/4 by 4, and this is 3/4 inch by 5 1/4. So those are them. Yes, they sure are them. And then the last thing, I was watching a video by Treasure Books. I don't know how old it was. And she was doing 10 ideas for washi, because I was like, okay, what am I going to do with these now? Well, she made paper clips with the doubled over washi and just flagged them. So those will be good in my planner, right? So if I just bring this over, this is the week. What am I doing? I can just go like this and flag whatever I want to flag, you know, like that. So there you go. Actually, this ended yesterday, so I need to flip to a new week and start writing stuff in, because today is, that's not the right week. Today is the 19th. I'm recording this on the day it has to go up, even though I worked on this yesterday, I think. So there you go. I made 10 ATC size cards, which could be used, backgrounds, which could be used for pocket letters on cards, as I've shown here, or just decorate them and use them as artist trading cards and trade them, which might be what I do with a few of these when I get in a swap again, if any, you know, are themed like these. And then paperclip flags. So I have a whole, these colored ones were from Dollar Tree, Jot brand, 80 count. I probably got about 60 of them left in there, 50 or 60. And then I have this bucket of, this was from an old job. They were going to get rid of these binder clips and paper clips. So I have some large silver ones in there that I use for the, now the lady that was doing this, her washi was really wide. So actually you could use a small paper clip for any of these thinner, that's not a good example, any of the thinner washis that you have to make sure they're not really directional. Like I was going to do the butterflies, but then the butterflies would all be sideways to do this, so that didn't work. But an all over pattern like this, or that one with the sprinkles, would be okay, but the other ones not so much, because they're direction, or the cupcakes would be okay. You get the idea. Any of these would be okay because they're not really directional. I won't recommend the glitter one though, because you'll have glitter everywhere. But yeah, and the wood grain would be okay. But really, this width would go better on a small paper clip, and the wide ones, like the size of the butterfly or bigger, would be best on these larger paper clips. And they're real easy. You just find the side that is not a half side and, you know, kind of push this away. Get like at least a 4-inch, maybe 5-inch strip, fold it over on itself, like run it through and fold it over on itself, smush it together, just to kind of be careful to get your edges pretty close to each other. This one's a tiny bit off. These two I did better. And then just take your scissors and snip a little flag in there, and there you have it. All right, that is my video for this week. I think we have one more week, if I'm not mistaken, of washi tape, and I do have an idea for that one. So I hope you'll come back, and also please be sure to go over and visit Ms. Stmpgrl, Ms. Page, and see what she's come up with for this week. It's been fun. I'm glad to be pulling out my washi, and as you can see, this is just 5 tubes. I have a lot more. Sad to say, I have a lot more washi. So yeah, I had a lot of fun. Talk to you soon. Hugs, love, and peace. Okay, everybody, just a little bonus here at the end. I did use one of these Ree's Little Birdie handmade embellishments on the other wood grain, and this paper is also out of Rings of Love. It has houses on it, and the hello is out of Cottage Wreaths, which I thought was appropriate since this is a wreath. It has a little bit of gold to it, so I put a little bit of gold ribbon. I think it's current. It's called, let's see, I don't know, because this is called shimmer ribbon and this is called shimmer ribbon. I'm not sure this one is current. Yes, it is. It's on page, well, I say it's on page 146 of the annual catalog by Stampin' Up, but I'm not sure which one of these two it is actually now. But because they're both called shimmer ribbon, I actually prefer this one. It has more of a satiny, silky feel to it. The other one's a little more rough material, and I thought the color of this one went not identical but close. So I love the houses on here, and I thought this looked like a door with a wreath on it and saying hello. And inside I just put more of the paper. So there you go. That is my extra little bonus. All right, thanks for watching. Bye.